Hey there, we're about to start a project that features a drawing of a lighthouse as well as a seascape or a view of the ocean or sea. Before we do, I want to briefly talk about lighthouses. They were built in this country and around the world as a navigational aid for ships at night. This allowed them to see dangerous spots, reefs, as well as to guide them away or near the shoreline at night. Eventually, there were about 850 lighthouses in the United States around the 1900s. However, by the 1970s, almost all of them were unmanned, meaning there used to be a lighthouse keeper that lived at the lighthouse. By the 1970s, almost all of those were not functioning anymore. Why was that? Well, because they were automated, so there was motors in there that kept the light going at night, as well as technology had advanced, allowing these ships to better know where they are at night. We are going to create a drawing of a lighthouse off to the side. That lighthouse will be sitting on some ground. We will see the horizon line, which is the edge, the furthest point that we can see in the ocean. Our drawing will also include a ship, a moon, and then some really creative rays coming from that lighthouse to show that it's nighttime. So let's get started. Our starting point for this is a simple lighthouse shape that is off to the side of our paper. I've given you a great handout here to look at several different parts of the lighthouse. Some were made of brick, some were smooth with stucco. Either way, there was always this optic, is what the top of the lighthouse is called, that is the spot that would show the light at night. Yours needs to have that as well, and then there's lots of different designs that yours can have on there. This is the Cape Hatteras Lighthouse in North Carolina. I'm actually going to do the black curved shapes similar to that. And so my lighthouse is done. Now, I would eventually fill in these parts here, but my lighthouse needs to be seen sitting on the ground. So I need to bring a curved shape around the back, start again, to show, hey, this lighthouse is on the ground. Perhaps showing a little bit of grass and maybe some spots for sand will help the viewer know, hey, this is the ground and the lighthouse is sitting on it. Next, I need right in the middle of the paper, I need a pretty straight line that goes the entire way across. That's called the horizon line. So that's the furthest point of water that I can see. On the edge of that horizon line, I'm going to bring in a different handout for you. This handout shows you many different shapes for different types of ships. I'm going to sort of choose a barge shape here. This is sort of a cargo ship. I'm going to draw that up above my horizon line here. And I'm going to fill that in and make it dark. I then need to choose a shape for the moon. I'm sure you've all heard of a crescent moon. The other shape for a moon would just be a perfect circle, like a full moon, and all the other options in between. So I'm going to choose a crescent moon here. I'm going to toss a real nice big moon. I know the size looks a little funky, but it's my picture. I get to choose. So I've tossed a crescent moon in that picture. The next thing I need to do is show that there is water in this picture. Up near the horizon line, very far away, we just see these little tiny ripples. But as that water gets sort of close to us, it will start to move. So we need to show that there is a change in the way that water looks as it gets close to us. So as you see near the horizon line, my lines were just real little tiny little ripples, reflections way out there, and as the water got closer to me, I allowed it to show that it's moving a little bit more. Next, from our optic, the spot on the lighthouse where the light is coming from, out into the sky, we need to come up with some creative lines to show, hey, this lighthouse is working and the light is coming from it, but we don't want to just have a boring project here. So I'm going to go back and forth between some some zigzag lines here as well as some curvy lines. My drawing portion of my project is now complete. I would now move into coloring this project. Again, you can hang on to your Sharpie there. You will need to do outlines for all parts of this. So today in our first class, let's first create a lighthouse shape off to the side. Let's put that lighthouse on some ground. Maybe we show a few little bits that help us know that is the ground. Let's then take a straight line around the middle of our paper to show the horizon line. That's the furthest point of water that we can see. Let's choose a ship. Remember that you'll have a handout for that. Let's show the water with our lines, and then let's choose a moon and add these lines coming from the optic of our lighthouse. I hope that you enjoy having a chance to show your own little lighthouse and seascape. A seascape is an open view of water or the ocean. The ocean is something that artists are inspired by often. I'm one of them. I hope you are too. So let's get started on choosing our lighthouse and drawing it today. Thank you.